This rifle that we're looking at here is an 1894 Winchester, and it is the rifle version of it. As you can tell, the barrel's very long. The magazine has been chopped off. It used to come all the way out to the end of the barrel, but obviously it was damaged. Somebody shortened it to keep the rifle functional. The carbines are a much shorter version. This particular rifle is a hexagon barrel, white ivory front bead. The rifle was purchased in 1895, 1 year after they first came out. It's missing the elevator from underneath the rear sight spring. It's stamped 30 WCF, Winchester centerfire, which means 30-30. Screw heads are in pretty good shape. They haven't been mauled too badly. Most of the bluing is gone. Stock's a little bit cracked. Checkering is visible but pretty smooth on the hammer. Steel crescent butt plate. I love those, man. They fit your shoulder so nicely and they look so good on these old rifles. Look at that stock. This gun has been used. This is another gun I bought from my friend recently. This gun was used by a fellow named Jim Stoddard, who lived in Nevada, had a horse ranch. There's the serial number there. Look at there, 5-digit serial number. Had a horse ranch. Used to go out and get horses from the Mustangs that roam the range, the wild Mustangs. It's got much blue left on it. And he'd lay this rifle across the saddle of his horse, sight on the top of the Mustang's skull, back of his neck there, where his neck joins the skull. I've heard this story before, but when I bought it from the guy, he told me about it. I said, yeah, I've read that somewhere. And he'd fire, and three things would happen. Either he'd miss, the horse would run off. He'd aim low, the bullet would go low and it would go right through the horse's brain and kill it. Or he would hit where he was aiming, graze that horse's skull, knock him out, run over there, tie his feet up, and then when he come to, tie him to a log until he got tired or whatever, and then drag him home. Add him to the herd. I don't know where I read that, but I tried to locate that, research that, and I couldn't find it. And I couldn't find hardly anything on the man named Jim Stoddard. But there was some Jim Stoddards that lived in Reno, and we're talking before 1900 here. I don't know if Jim bought this rifle new. I just know that this ended up in his widow's possession, and his widow gave it to my friend's father, and it was part of his collection, the collection at which my friend was liquidating. And they happened to tell me about it, and I went over and saw this rifle and talked myself into taking it home. There's a piece of Western American history right here. I always wanted one of these, but they were out of my price range. But this one's been thrashed pretty good, and he might have gotten a little more money than I gave him for it, but I'm happy to have it. I'll never shoot it. It'll just sit in the safe.